What's going on? It's your boy HDK. I've just hit 30,000 followers on TikTok. Thanks very much. Yeah. So today across the market, there's been a big dip on the crypto, and that's predominantly because of Elon Musk's tweet saying that he ain't gonna be receiving no more Bitcoins because it is bad for the environment, and it kind of goes against the ethos of the company that he's representing, isn't it? But it was interesting because about a day ago, he did produce a tweet saying, hey, how would you guys feel about receiving Doge? So Doge, you had 75% of people vote yes to that, and then and a bit of participation bias right there, but that was interesting to see. Now, in today's tweet, he did also say that he is considering an alternative cryptocurrency to be received in exchange for the cars that he's producing at the moment. So we are all questioning what that will be, and depending on what that is, that could be another spike in the market there as well. It's also worth noting that Elon Musk hasn't sold off any Bitcoins that he owns, which is quite interesting to see as well. So we've got some interesting takes on that one, and we looked at the most environmentally friendly coins when it comes to per transaction basis. Number one coin in that one was XRP, and number two was Doge. So XRP, whilst it aligns really well with the ethos of Tesla as a company, number two, Doge is an interesting one because it is a strong candidate in terms of hype and attention at the moment. Now, Dogecoin is interesting to see because it before had no use case, but it looks like it may potentially form a use case. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes as well. Now, in the market, there's been a big dip across all the coins. There is even the smaller market cap ones as well. And that was, yeah, Doge has had a big dip, but don't want to talk about that. But just want to talk about the big potential behind all of these coins. So you got XRP, Cardano actually is sort of springing back up again. You've got VeChain, you got Hedera Hashgraph, all those really high value coins that I normally talk about. Those are the ones that are actually in a discount at the moment. Make sure you get in it when it's a bargain. At the time of this recording, they're all at really good prices. CRO is also really interesting. It's the cryptocurrency for the crypto.com exchange network, and that one is sitting at 15 to 16 cents per pop at the moment. They usually sort of swim around that 24-cent mark. So really interesting to see how this market will recover. And I think a lot of people will be dollar cost averaging right now, and it'll be a good starting point for those of you who are thinking of starting out into crypto at the moment. We also are looking at Ethereum, who's been displaying really strong results. Yes, it dipped, but it's recovering very quickly at the same time. Its price target I'm setting at around $5,000, and then even when it reaches that level, I suggest that I might add that it will probably reach up to $10,000 by the end of the year because of its massive use case. Being Ethereum is a platform upon which a lot of these startup coins are coming into. The ERC20, it's a big deal. So that's something that you need to be right across and understand its full potential as we go into the bull market that's about to come into the smaller cap coins. Bitcoin, and in terms of its recovery, my view is that it will recover, but there's a lot of companies out there that are considering Bitcoin as a form of a treasury, as this backbone investment that could balance out some of the more risky portfolios out there, so as to lock in that value and to reduce the overall risk of a portfolio. So that's how stabilized Bitcoin is becoming, and it will be interesting to see how the world will change with Bitcoin. It's also interesting to note that Bitcoin and Ethereum, yes, they're good technologies, they're called blockchain technologies, but its transaction time is quite slow, and not only that, the gas fee is going off the charts, especially for Ethereum. So all the coins that are challenging that has been doing really well. We all know Binance has increased significantly, and we also know that the Ethereum killer, which is Polygon Matic, has been performing extremely strongly as well. And even in this dip, it's probably one of the coins that have suffered the least, in fact showing very, very strong gains regardless of what's happened to Bitcoin. So, and moving on to stocks briefly before I end this video, stocks is doing really interesting at the moment. There is a dip into it for those long-term investors that I would suggest that stocks will be another good place to do dollar cost averaging. I know you might say, oh, I'll get better money from crypto, but it's always good to have a well-diversified and a balanced portfolio. So do consider investing into the stocks in this dip. Okay, other than that, in the property world, it's pretty much the same as what it used to be. And yeah, the buyers are still hot. There is a hike in the treasury bond. I think US 10 10-year treasury bond has been increased. The rates have been increased. So that will be interesting to see what kind of effect that will ripple out onto the property. We have already seen the effect of that onto stocks, but yeah, as you know, property reacts a little bit slower to it, but it'll be interesting to see how that changes as we sort of survive out the rest of 2021. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Peace out.